For live events, USA Sports.
League One Volleyball is back as Austin plays host to the game of the week. Serena Gray and LOVB Salt Lake have come to town as the best team in the league. They're here to face Madison Skinner and last year's defending champions. LOVB Volleyball week number 8 starts now.
Previously on League One Volleyball.
So far this season, League One Volleyball has been a showcase for the best in the world. And as the second half of the season begins, the best team in the league is ready to continue its domination.
Just like that, Salt Lake extends their win streak.
LOVB Salt Lake, led by MVP candidate Alexa Gray, have been unstoppable so far.
Alexa Gray leading the charge offensively.
Winning 7 of their last 8.
This has been the team to beat all season long.
2 of those wins came at the expense of last year's league champions, Madison Skinner and LOVB Austin.
A reverse sweep, LOVB Salt Lake beats Austin.
Who look to exact their revenge tonight in Texas. Salt Lake vs. Austin. The game of the week is back on USA Sports. Welcome to League One Volleyball in the game of the week on USA Sports. We are in the HEB Center where the defending league champions Austin play host to the hottest team in the league, Salt Lake. Their 7-game win streak just came to an end, but it has them sitting on top of the league standings. As you see here, Salt Lake 8-2, and Austin reaching for every single match. They're on the bubble right now, and we are getting closer and closer as we get to the playoffs. Welcome in alongside 2-time Olympic medalist Courtney Thompson. I'm Shelby Coppage. Salt Lake has turned things around since last season. February 13th, they not only beat Austin, but swept them. How has Salt Lake transformed so much?
Yeah, they were unhappy with their finish last season. They have 13 returners, and they are a humble and very hungry team. They had an amazing offseason, came in November ready to go, and they've been stacking days since, and we're seeing the payoff. They've got 2 of the leading passers in Manami Kojima and Claire Hoffman, and it's allowed their offense to be even. And of course, they're getting a ton of kills led by Alexa Gray, the new outside hitter.
Take a look at your Adidas starting lineup. Here's who we're looking at for Salt Lake. Going to be a big game, and these are the best servers in the league. They're number 1 in aces, but like you said, Courtney, Alexa Gray is someone they're going to be looking to tonight.
That's right, Alexa Gray, a special new addition for Salt Lake. She runs with a ton of speed, whether it's a good pass or a medium pass. She takes really courageous swings in tough moments and is really the missing piece that Salt Lake needed last season. And she makes everyone around her better, and she just plays with a ton of poise. And again, has been helping her team. And of course, Serena Gray leading the league in kills out of the middle. She's great in transition off of serve receive and has just been wildly efficient this season. And she's gonna need to play well and continue to get a lot of sets if they want to beat Austin tonight.
For the Austin starting lineup, they have big shoes to fill when it comes to stopping Salt Lake's offense, and the one they're going to look to is starting middle blocker Asjia O'Neal.
Yeah, Asjia O'Neal has been the competitive fire, the competitive engine of this team, and what Austin is known for and what they do best when they're playing really well is block a lot of balls. They are a wall at the net. Asjia O'Neal leading that charge. She's got great eye work, a great competitive fire. And again, when Austin's at their best, they are really tough defenders, and they're gonna need to step up tonight and stop the best offense in the league so far.
Courtney, take us through your keys in our chase scouting report.
Yeah, so for Salt Lake, they're gonna need to continue feeding the Grays, Alexa and Serena. Can they continue to get production out of those 2? And then really serve Logan Eggleston on Austin. Austin's offense is about 10% less efficient when Logan is passing, whether it's a good pass or a medium pass. So that's a key for them. And then for Austin, really, they need to compete consistently. They've had amazing plays this year. They've had a lot of not amazing plays, and Coach Sullivan is looking for them to really just sustain their excellence. And of course, can they feed the slide queen, who is Asjia O'Neal? She's great defensively, but also a threat at the net.
Moments away from our first serve. It's going to be Maddie Bug for Salt Lake, the setter from Stanford. And like you said, Courtney goes straight to Logan Eggleston first serve, but she handled it with a good pass, leading into a kill from Bergman.
Yeah, Bella Bergmark getting more and more comfortable. She's seeing some more playing time. Both teams do a nice job of establishing the quick early. Great start for Austin.
Logan Eggleston up to serve. Missed serve for her, but she is #1 in the league for aces. Like you said, she's picked on and serve receive, but she's done a good job at handling everything else that she controls. So ball now in Alexa Gray's hands, who Courtney said is the player to watch tonight. Back to Logan Eggleston, no surprise there. Rolled over, big up from Fleck, one arm chicken wing, leading to the kill for Austin.
Another thing to watch out for Austin, they've had more success. Great dig by Zoe Fleck right there. Someone we're gonna see flying around on the court all night. Typically, they've had more success out of serve receive. So the advantage, if the rally goes longer, there's a lot of digs in the rally. The advantage goes to Salt Lake, whose hitting percentage is a lot higher off of a dig.
So back-to-back missed serves for Austin. That puts the ball in Serena Gray's hands, the middle blocker to watch for Salt Lake tonight. Off the block. That was Maddie Banks getting another kill for Austin.
Maddie Banks, again, has been a very steady addition to Love Austin. She played for Love Nebraska last season. Kind of one of those athletes who just puts her head down and gets it done.
Madison Skinner up to serve. Outside off the hands, big kill for Hoffman.
Been so impressed with Claire Hoffman. She kind of was on and off the court last season. Didn't get all the playing time she wanted, but again, committed this offseason, had a great run at Athletes Unlimited and came ready to go. Second best passer in the league right now and getting it done offensively.
Big topspin serve. Logan Eggleston handles it pretty well. Off to Skinner. Ball too tight pass though. It's gonna be Austin's point.
And what we're gonna see Austin, they're really gonna try to attack Alexa Gray and put as much pressure as they can on her. So look for Maddie Banks to serve Alexa right now. Make her do everything.
Outside big kill for Claire Hoffman. Pretty low set sent to her. Go look at Eric Sullivan. Big year for him. Became the U.S. Women's Olympic head coach and the Love Austin head coach all in one. Spent 14 seasons as the associate head coach for Jira Elliott for the University of Texas, which is college night here, and the Texas volleyball team is in the stands as Logan Eggleston, one of the most famous Longhorns, gets the kill down the line. Tommy Ashiro, different personalities between those coaches. She is a quiet leader, one of the best defensive players.
That's right, Tom and I were teammates at the University of Washington, speaking of college night, on the national team for a long time. It'd be tough to find a better human.
We need some inside scoop of her from you later.
Oh yeah.
Some good college stories.
Lots of good stories.
So Asjia O'Neal up to serve. This is a one rotation. She stays back row. Watch out for Salt Lake to try and hit at her. Deep float. Almost acing Kojima. Really hard to do that. Puts it at free ball. That has to be a great feeling to get Kojima so out of system. One of the best liberos in the whole world.
Absolutely. She was the best libero in VNL 2024 from Japan. Incredible athlete. Will be a fun one for everyone to watch.
Plays for the Japan national team. Asjia O'Neal avoids her this time. Alexa Gray going for O'Neal. Attacks again. Bergmark, though, protecting the net and getting Austin the kill.
Good discipline for Austin on this. It's an over dig. Alexa Gray going back. Just great court awareness by setter Bria O'Reilly for Austin and Bella Bergmark. Middle blocker for Austin.
Deep float by O'Neal. Going to Kojima again. Outside to Gray. Eggleston with the quick approach. And that ball was, okay, I thought it almost landed on Austin's side. That happened so fast. Eggleston was all over it.
Sure looked like Eggleston got the net there. I think Coach Tamamiyashiro is going to challenge that.
It's a pretty early challenge for the first set.
Lake is challenging net touch.
So Tama is challenging that touch. What did you see right away?
I think Logan may have got that one on the.
Oh, there's a hair touching the net. So point will stay for Team Austin.
I don't think that was the clip Salt Lake was looking for.
Technology is very useful, especially when the sets get this close later on. And Asjia O'Neal.
Salt Lake still looking to find
behind you guys, don't reach.
Find the rhythm here.
Here we go, Ace, one more.
Asjia O'Neal up to serve again. Slide coming in, tipped over by Dixon. Great coverage by Salt Lake. That's a way tight pass though. So that's gonna be a free ball for Salt Lake. Outside attack coming in from Gray. Big point for Salt Lake.
Again, that's one of the tougher swings for Alexa Gray. So steady, so much poise, and Salt Lake's still looking to find their rhythm here. They haven't quite settled in. Tori Dixon, longtime pro, was on the USA national team, was fortunate to play with her ahead of the Rio Olympics.
So big swing from Casanova, so much power in her arm.
And again, Tori Dixon's gonna be looking to serve Logan Eggleston. You can see Austin is trying to hide her a little bit. Salt Lake's gonna compete to still get the ball on her.
Huge wind up by Eggleston. No one on Salt Lake was anywhere near touching that ball.
When it's all lined up for 33, Logan Eggleston, she is tough to stop. And she knows it. You know, she talked about getting served all the time. Can I just manage that and do what I do really well? And that's it.
Serena Gray, perfect to wind up, leaving the crowd silent here in Austin.
That is a beautiful thing. First ball side out, a nice pass. You can see Serena Gray stays off the net, and just such a beautiful arm swing, so much space for a setter to get her the ball.
Tipped over by Madison Skinner, and she's as shocked as anyone, that landing right over the block, getting her team the point.
Great vision by Madison Skinner. Again, if they can side out the first time they get a chance, so when they're served, can they pass set hit? That is a huge advantage for them.
Eggleston has some spin in that serve. Alexa Gray flying in on that quick set, hitting off the block.
And one of the things that makes every outside hitter really good, but especially Alexa Gray, is those last two steps of her approach. We're gonna see that over and over again tonight. They're so explosive. She does a great job of getting to the ball.
Eggleston gotten every nearly serve in this match so far, but that one is handled. Kill for Maddie Banks. We're going to break. Austin with the early lead. 4 points over Salt Lake, looking for redemption after they were swept February 13th in Salt Lake. You're watching League One Volleyball on USA Sports. League One Volleyball is presented by Skims, the official loungewear, intimates, and sleepwear partner of Love. Well, Eric Sullivan and Tama Miyashiro, both great coaches, both very different personalities, Courtney.
Yeah, that's right. Both great students of the game, great teachers. Here's a look at their poker personality. We've got Eric Sullivan, of course, he's a risk taker. He's gonna go for it, not afraid to kind of go all in and switch things up. He's got a deep roster that obviously helps. And Tama Miyashiro is one of the most prepared coaches. She's pretty quiet, but when she speaks, it means a lot and just has a great mind for the game. She played for Jim McLaughlin at Washington, one of the greatest teachers, played for and coached under legend Karch Karai. She just sees the game at a really high level.
Serena Gray coming in again, picking on Bella Bergmark, middle versus middle.
That's right, and this is classic Salt Lake, just a steady pass. Middles are getting up on time, and a great set by Maddie Bug in for injured Jordyn Poulter tonight. She's done a great job running this offense the last few matches.
Eggleston taking that one overhead. Asjia O'Neal coming in for the one and getting the kill. Eggleston doing a pretty good job, though, at handing all these serves.
She is, and they're gonna need to keep doing that. And for Austin, one thing they tried to come out doing tonight is serving really aggressively. Coach Sullivan said, hey, I know my team's on it when we're putting the pressure on service-wise, and hoping to see that tonight. And so far it's worked. Salt Lake is struggling passing more than normal.
We saw a miss serve from Madison Skinner just now, but she was trying to go short, and Eric Sullivan said that's a big difference right now as we are practicing short serves every single practice. He said we didn't do that in college, but at the pro, it's something you have to add to your arsenal. So dumped over, Bria O'Reilly calling her own number, taking matters into her own hands.
Bria O'Reilly, another Canadian out on the floor tonight, both Alexa Gray and Bria O'Reilly, and she's just an amazing competitor, so steady as a setter. Beautiful hands. There's some setters that the Angels sing when they set, and I think she is one of them.
So ball just a little bit too wide. That mistake was made by Claire Hoffman. Austin with the lead here, 5 points in the first set. Again, they were just swept by Salt Lake a couple weeks ago. Maddie Banks, deep float. Outside hit off the block was Hoffman. That's gonna be a tool. So she hit into the blocker's hands, the ball went out, that gives Salt Lake the point.
Smart move, and it's one of the things that comes from running a fast offense. When those middles can't quite keep up with it, that's what you see happen. We call that a block out.
Hoffman up to serve. Going right for Maddie Banks. Big coming in, Madison Skinner, but it's dug up. Asjia O'Neal slide queen coming in off the hands. Zoe Fleck keeping things alive for Austin. Logan Eggleston. It's like every ball she touches is a kill so far.
Taking really smart swings so far. You can see this in transition too. This is where Austin has struggled previously, and she's doing a great job getting off the net, working hard so she can have a better vision, see the block, and that time it works out for her.
Asjia O'Neal. Deep float, little help from the net. Back row attack coming in. Straight down, Claire Hoffman denied one-on-one by Bella Bergmark.
Just everywhere Salt Lake is trying. Austin saying, not today. Bella Bergmark makes a good drop. When there's one blocker blocking that big, you kind of got to choose a direction, and great choice by Bella.
O'Neal. Tip dumped over. Maddie Bug showing she has offense of her own.
That's right, Maddie Bug again in. She's set the last 2 matches for Salt Lake. She played at Stanford, longtime pro, played 9 seasons overseas, and done a great job filling in for Jordyn Poulter.
O'Reilly out to Eggleston. Salt Lake cannot pick up her cross shots right now.
Yeah, she's got a great vision right now, and almost everything she's trying is working. One of the things Salt Lake can do to stop her is to serve even tougher. They're definitely not winning the serve and pass game right now.
Middle coming in, Serena Gray. Was there a touch? They say no. Point for Austin.
Grab a drink, grab a drink. Coach, you got any changes here?
Hey, middle, row 5 and row 6, help Deepak. She playing with aggression against us on the go, guys. Forget the slide for now and help her. Okay, with aggression. Row 5 and 6.
Are you still rotating?
No, and middle you stay 6.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
The middle blocker first, help her. Help her.
Okay, hey, one side out. Let's go back to driving it. I call a couple shorts. Good job, but let's drive. Drive, drive, drive. Get in the seam, okay? Knock them off. Let's go! Go, wait.
And this is what we talked about. Tama Mishiro talking about her team serving.
Did she even read, or did she just?
Claire Hoffman trying to figure out what the block is doing, but Tama's telling her team, hey, we tried serving short, that's not working. Let's be aggressive, let's drive these serves and get in some seams in between.
Back row attack coming in, tipped over by Casanova. So that's a free ball for Salt Lake. What can they do with it? Tipped over. Serena Gray blocks straight down, tries to recover. Foul of Bergmark. That block looked personal.
Great move by Bergmark. Austin just looks hungry right now. They've been inconsistent. They look focused. Every single play, they're resetting, staying aggressive, putting a ton of pressure. Salt Lake is going to need to stabilize both their passing, get their offense going, and then, of course, from the service line, as we heard Miyashiro talk about.
Austin first to the red zone, which is that 20-point mark. Much needed kill from Alexa Gray, the player to watch. She's number 5 in points and kills in Love so far this season. So not the best pass, but what a save though. A one-handed set from Bree O'Reilly gives it exactly where Bella Bergmark needs it.
It is so fun when you're rolling, and right now, Bree O'Reilly is playing with freedom. They look loose. Everything she's touching right now is working for this offense on Austin.
Missed serve in the net by Eggleston. How many times did you do that one-handed set, Courtney?
I mean,
give us a good story.
More every year I'm retired, you know? This gets better and better.
Like Eric Sullivan's digs.
That's right.
He is, as we call the OG libero. The first libero when that position was made. So back-to-back missed serves. Austin just a few points away from taking the first set. And reminder, when Salt Lake beat Austin in a sweep, Austin didn't even make it to that red zone mark the second or third set. They're coming in hot, like you said, Courtney. They look very hungry so far. Bergmark. Serena Gray tipping that one over the block. Point for Salt Lake.
Sometimes you got to kill them with kindness, you know? We call that a paintbrush. You swing, it's a little high, it goes off the fingertips.
Serena Gray spent 3 seasons at Penn State before transferring to Pitt. She was always a fan favorite for the Panthers. Back to Skinner, beating out the block, finding that what you thought was an impossible line shot.
That set's a little bit off the net, and this is why Maddie Skinner is so good. She can make an average or below average set look even okay. Just she's so physical, goes above the block on that one.
Free ball coming over for Austin. Bree O'Reilly finding the slide queen, Asjia O'Neal. She's gonna try and say that was in, but it's called out for Salt Lake. Eric Sullivan not thinking that one worth a challenge.
Yeah, that ball, again, was off the net. Bree O'Reilly, when you don't get squared up a little bit, it's easy to kind of let that set come over your left shoulder. Let's see if she repeats Asjia on this one.
What a topspin serve by Casanova, acing Zoe Fleck. She has to be confident in her serve when you go straight for the libero with that kind of power.
Haiti just overpowers from the service line and at the net from Cuba. 6 foot opposite. One of the funnier members on Salt Lake, always brings the jokes and the heat.
Good up from Fleck. Tipped over from Maddie Banks. Back row attack, Casanova going straight at O'Neal, but it's kept alive. Great coverage from Salt Lake. O'Neal back-to-back blocks, but Salt Lake continues to keep the ball alive. But finally, Asjia O'Neal getting redemption with the slide. So 2 blocks were kept alive. She kept going and finally found her point in her offense. We're at set point here in Austin. Slide coming in, and Asjia O'Neal getting her block. Taking set 1 for her team. 25-17, Austin taking the first set in dominant fashion, looking for redemption after getting swept in Salt Lake. It's Game of the Week on USA Sports. As February wraps up, we're celebrating the impact of Spread the Love, the annual 2 weeks of service across the entire Love community. Led by our Club Athlete Council and Love Parent Council, clubs nationwide have partnered with diverse community groups to take on meaningful local service projects. It's all built around one simple idea. If each of us does a little, together we can accomplish something big. Follow along at #SpreadTheLove to see how the Love athletes are returning teamwork into community impact.
That's right, it's all about community here at League One Volleyball. You see a lot of young ones in the stands, and Lindsay Rosenthal and the Love Foundation have done an amazing job with that initiative. Spread the love. We could all use a little more of that right now.
And here is your Texas Longhorns current team. So this is the future of Love, potentially. Ella Swindle getting her hood ready. She took that team to a national championship title, sat her sophomore year and stuck with it. Tori Stafford, the transfer in from Pitt, leading the way along with Ella Swindle. Not so long ago, Madison Skinner, Logan Eggleston, Asjia O'Neal, and many more were in their place of life. So Eggleston keeping this one alive. What a save that was, O'Reilly and Skinner. Back row coming in, blocking from Eggleston. Rolled over, you thought that ball was gonna be kept alive, but just a lot of traffic on the Austin side.
That's one Austin's gonna want back. So much time on that. Serena Gray getting enough kills as it is, much less on a high tip. You see Austin here in the passing lane trying to hide Logan Eggleston. And it's changed how Salt Lake is serving. They're going at Maddie Banks now that that's the better option.
So tipped over, kept alive by Skinner. Eggleston finding the split, getting the kill.
There's a different fire in Austin's eyes right now. They just look focused in a different way. Again, in transition, that's when they have to get off the net, off of a dig, and get back on. They're working hard, giving themselves a great chance to see the court and get kills.
Rolled over, Eggleston handles this one. Back to Skinner, just one blocker in front of her. Kojima, of course, keeps it alive. So Hoffman saying there's a touch on this ball, and that it's Salt Lake's point, and the ref agrees.
Great rundown by Manami Kojima. She's so quick, so good in serve receive, but again, any ball that's gonna hit off the block, she's able to run down. Just such a fun athlete to watch.
Eggleston finding Skinner. Bergmark stepping in for the recycled ball. Big coming in, Eggleston diving, and Skinner tries to go under the net. As long as she doesn't go into the actual court, she is able to try and get that ball if it doesn't go inside back the antenna.
That's right, great hustle by Skinner. Again, I think seeing this grit is something Austin was hoping for, you know? Can they compete? Can they get after it?
I've never actually seen that move successful live, but maybe one day we will.
It's rare. It's rare, but it sure is hype when it happens.
Kind of like a good foot dig. Skinner getting the kill again. She's number 2 in points and kills in Love, and Logan Eggleston is number 3 in points in Love. An offense you have to game plan for carefully. Outside off the hands. So Skinner tries to reset, but it's a pancake kept alive for Salt Lake, leading to the kill from Claire Hoffman.
Just great effort and grit on Salt Lake's side on that one. Claire doing a nice job of, she really increased her range as a hitter. You know, she had a lot of off speed last season, but she's hitting the ball a little bit harder. She's going flat off the hands. A lot tougher to stop.
Big topspin serve from Casanova. Great pass from Eggleston, leading to the shoot kill by O'Neal. She gives Eggleston the nod.
Eggleston's been passing really well. It'll be interesting to see if Salt Lake shifts their game plan. They've kind of been mixing it since Austin is hiding Eggleston, but will they get it on Maddie Banks a little bit more?
So out to Claire Hoffman, off the hands. Maddie Skinner stays on her feet with the run through. Maddie Banks going for the line shot, and it's called in. Eric Sullivan is pumped up for his outside.
And Salt Lake still not quite finding their rhythm offensively. A lot of that has to do with their first contact. The quality of the pass hasn't been there as it usually is for Salt Lake.
Big block by O'Neal. Salt Lake has done great in coverage though tonight. O'Neal blocks that dump from Maddie Bug.
Come on. Oh, good, good, good. Ready? Yes, go, over. I'll get you hyped, Mike. Okay,
Gotta love listening to the players and their reactions right there, especially when there's so many blocks in coverages. Salt Lake is all over the ground right now, trying to avoid O'Neal blocking them. Slide queen coming in, kept alive though by Casanova. O'Reilly looking before she sets to find Skinner. So Casanova saying, I know I got that touch. And it's gonna be point for Salt Lake.
Great rally. Kojima just making so many plays. You just think it's a big kill, and she comes out of nowhere, giving her team a chance.
Out to Banks, pretty low set. Casanova finding the outside hand of O'Neal, getting herself another kill.
And this is what we see time and time again. Kojima just flying around the court, off the court when there's a touch, taking that tip. On most teams, the libero is nowhere near that tip. But she's so fast, she's just making that play.
Asjia O'Neal claiming there's a touch, and she's gonna get that call. Been saying her name a lot right now. She is all over the net, offensively and defensively. So call is reversed. It's gonna be Salt Lake's point. Eric Sullivan seems like he's fine with that, understands. Talking to his team for the next point moving forward. Eggleston letting that one go deep. And she's talked about it. She says it's not a secret that I'm going to be served at almost every match we play. She said my ticket to the Olympics is working on my serve receive. She does everything else though. Number 3 in points, kills, number 1 in aces, number 6 in digs. Skinner keeping this one alive. Tight though for Eggleston. Able to stay safely off the net. So triple block from Eggleston, she beats it out. Casanova, does she get Fleck? No, and Eric Sullivan is pumped up right now.
And Austin down 4, and that's where they're either gonna, come back in this set, or they're gonna let these airs kind of bleed over. And I think he's fired up because he's looking for some consistency. Great response for Austin on those last 2 plays.
We don't see the kind of reaction too much from him. Pretty fun to watch him get fired up for his team. Gray getting another point for her team. All right, December down now.
Right, Tori Dixon back. We talked about hiding Eggleston in the passing lane, and you can see that means just the other passers kind of stand towards her. So if there's anything in the middle, they're able to take it instead of her.
Free ball for Austin. What's O'Reilly gonna do? She dumps it. It's kept alive though. Salt Lake has been extremely scrappy, but not able to validate it, as you see with that hitting error.
Yeah, we don't see that too much from Alexa Gray. She's taken so many of those tough swings, but we'll see how she responds here.
Asjia O'Neal, deep float. Tight for Gray, right into Bergmark's arms, and they can't keep this one alive. Bella Bergmark lining up with Bree O'Reilly for the huge monster block.
The crowd loving that one, but that's what happens when you serve tough. There's usually only one option the setter can give the ball to, and you can load up on them, and when you're as physical as Austin, that is a tough place to be, trying to hit against that.
D-ball going into Eggleston's hands, and that's gonna be a kill for Casanova.
Yeah, Haiti Casanova, so tough from the service line in the front row. They don't use her in the back row. We call that a D when the opposite hits towards the sideline. We don't see that very much. They only use that when they're in a really good situation.
Eggleston pulled in just a little bit, but able to swing it out to the line. This is a dump. No one able to get that ball up. Great vision by Alexa Gray.
That's right, one of the things that sets her apart, again, is her ability to see the court, whether it's in system or out of system. They're such a veteran player, one of the best outsides to ever play for Team Canada.
Statement kill by Eggleston, and watching that approach, it's like she just snaps her whole body in the air.
Yeah, and this is actually credit to Bree O'Reilly. She goes up, she's dumped a few balls, which means she's sent it over on 2, so the middle blocker's worried about that. And instead she sets out and gives her hitter a one-on-one.
The 2-time Olympic medalist setter beside me will not let you forget about the setter.
That's right.
In any play, we love it. Back row to Casanova, back. Bergmark hoping it goes in, but that was quite the tool from Casanova. And we're going to break. Salt Lake doing their best to continue to hold on to this lead. Austin trying to come back here in the second set. Salt Lake libero Manami Kojima already has 7 digs so far in the match. She leads the league in digs, one of the best to ever do it.
She's got incredible eye work, and she's just got such a feel for the game that you think these rallies are over, and somehow she makes these saves. She's like an incredible goalie in hockey. She's the safety in football. Just you think you're gonna get scored on, and then bam, she's there and gives her team a chance to score the point.
And for those young kids just starting in volleyball, keep an eye out for her before serve receive. She usually looks at her platform and does a pretend pass in the air. She's truly a student of the game. Those Texas Longhorns know all about that serve receive in practice.
That's right, and you don't have to be tall to be great. I'm not saying that because I was short. Manami is 5'2", out here with some of the top talent in the world, League One volleyball.
Great up by Fleck. This one,
wow.
Yes, it is. Salt Lake able to keep this alive somehow. Their defense is all over the place. Again, Kojima. Ball rolled over. Fleck keeps that one alive. So much coverage. Tight ball coming in. Bergmark, though, finally tooling that ball, but great effort.
And this is what Salt Lake does. They're so disciplined. They're so well trained by Manami Kojima. They're just hustling. They stay in rallies long enough to make plays at the end. The crowd loves it too. It's just so fun in an arena when you can feel those long rallies are incredible efforts.
Oh, that's not something you see too often. Ace right in front of Zoe Fleck. That ball from Alexa Gray just dropped at the last second.
Dirty serve from Alexa Gray. That thing just drops. It's so hard to read. It's a flat serve that just drops right in the middle.
Statement block from Serena Gray. Not about to let anybody from Austin keep that ball alive.
Hey, the difference, we're doing some nice things. They made a couple crazy plays. Again, we got to reset, come back, be super focused on what we're doing, dial it in, take the best swing we can take, right? Force them to play like that the whole time. Force them to play like that the whole time.
Hey, right now, so that because they are following Bella, they're staying really neutral right now, or it's going to be other way. So tight quick and set back. So
Run Bella on a gap, set her red or go.
There we go, come on.
One ball right now, let's go.
Kirk Sullivan telling his team to stay disciplined. Hey, if they got to do that to win a point, let them have that. We'll stay on the next one. And setter Carly Lloyd telling Bri O'Reilly what the block is doing and how she can respond setting-wise. And such a cool story between those two. Bri O'Reilly, about 7 years ago, was new to the Canadian national team, and her coach, Tom Black, used to coach Carly Lloyd on the U.S. team and said, I think it might be nice for you to talk to Carly. So they've had a little bit of a mentorship, a relationship, and you can see how well they work together. It's rare on a pro team, and it's special to see.
Some great relationships, especially on this Love Austin team. Zoe Jarvis bump setting to Skinner. Kojima, though, keeping everything off the floor. Great rally. And Eggleston, though, finally getting the point off Serena Gray's block.
That's a tough play as a right-hander on the right side of the court. When you're hitting that ball that's set from off the net, that's coming over your shoulder. It's a whole different ball game, and it requires a lot of patience. Great job by Logan Eggleston on that one.
Deep blow by Eggleston. Back row coming in, excuse me. Got the Casanova right into the block. Oh yeah, he's...
Great block, great read by Bergmark on that one. We'll see what Maddie Buggs will do here. Wouldn't be surprised to see her go to Serena here in the middle on a good pass.
Our own Tony Romo.
Hey.
Courtney Thompson seeing the future. That's what setters really have to do, is read the play before it even happens. Why did you pick Serena Gray in that moment?
Yeah, well, usually if your hitter gets blocked, you're either gonna set her again, give her a chance, but if it's more of a tactical thing that the block's doing, it seemed like a good read, and that matchup with Serena in the middle has been more open, so felt like the right thing.
Skinner going off hands. It's another free ball for Austin, though. Austin team getting pumped up after that kill from Skinner.
Yeah, for Austin to make a run right now, they're going to need to continue to get these tough swings in transition. Of course, that was a free ball, a little easier than hitting off a dig, but they're going to have to keep the service pressure on Salt Lake if they want to come back in this.
Bailey Miller serving just came in for Austin. Overpass by O'Neal. Making sure Tori Dixon was okay right there. You cannot overpass Asjia O'Neal. She'll slam it down right at you.
That's right. Great discipline. Austin picking on Alexa Gray in the back row right now, serving tough.
Ball to the outside. Getting the block, though. Big kill for Claire Hoffman, the three-time All-American from Washington.
Now, again, so much respect for her and how she's shown up in season 2 especially. And just one of those steady athletes. There's not a lot of extra on this Love Salt Lake team. They bring their lunch pail, they just get to work.
Eric Sullivan trying to find that steadiness for his team. Maddie Bug calling her on number again, dumping that one for the point.
Great move by Maddie Bug on that one. When she's in the front row too, and that middle hitter isn't able to go around and she's pushed a little bit that way, there's often kind of a gap there. You can kind of feel that as a setter.
Big topspin from Casanova. That one just flies a little bit out. That's what you call a good miss.
57 miles an hour. Let's go, Haiti. That's coming in hot. But you're right, big risk, big reward. That one just misses. We got the double sub in for Love Austin. Carly Lloyd, Olympic setter for USA in Rio. Kat Bell, longtime pro, played at UT. Coming in as an opposite hitter.
Casanova coming in, and Lloyd handling this one. So Banks steps in, it goes off the hands. Big play for Austin.
What a great set by Zoe Jarvis. That's an off play, she's running this way and just over her head puts up a perfect ball for Maddie Banks.
So that went into the net. Salt Lake 1 point away from that 20-point red zone mark.
Salt Lake doesn't want to give Austin any hope right now. A double sub, so Carly Lloyd and Kat Bell are coming in, and you're kind of like a closer in baseball. You come in when you're down by a few or you're up by a few, you need to finish the set.
Another closer coming in right there, Skylar Fields. The right side for Salt Lake, who also played at the University of Texas, her former teammates, and transferred to USC. Big block for Salt Lake. Woo! All over Maddie Banks.
Nice read, nice move by Alexa Gray getting that left hand in. The ball knows angles, so if your hand's pointed toward the court, that's where it's going.
Tight ball. Oh, miscommunication over here, out of system, and Kojima and Fields crash into each other.
Got a football game out here. Oh. It's like a middle linebacker coming across the middle. She's good, showing some toughness. Sure, that's not the first time she's run into a hitter. And Salt Lake right now is doing a great job of just making plays down the stretch and being consistent. This is what they've done. And Austin is going to need to find a way to disrupt them. And they've done it so far at the service line.
Maddie Banks going for that short serve again. Austin not too successful at it so far tonight, but they've been challenged every practice by their head coach, Eric Sullivan, to try and find some aces in front of the 10-foot line.
Maddie Haynes coming in to serve for Tori Dixon. Outside hitter, 6'4". Played at California, from Rockland, California. Another athlete that's had a great offseason and a big impact for Salt Lake here in season 2.
Outside of Eggleston. So D-ball coming in from Casanova. She's gonna roll this one to Carly Lloyd. Kat Bell, first swing. That's what she does. She takes the moment, comes in and gets a kill right away.
That's right. One of the vocal leaders, one of the just energetic leaders of this team. She's in charge of music. Right now she's in charge of kills. And she knows she's a true pro. She just shows up and can make plays when her team needs it.
Asjia O'Neal right to Kojima again. That's how she started out the match. So Alexa Gray going through the hands of Kat Bell, testing her at the front.
One of the things that makes Salt Lake special is that, you know, they're a humble team. Their whole bench can be utilized. Not a lot of egos on this team, just whatever it takes to get it done, and we're seeing that right now.
Casanova beating up the block in front of her. Salt Lake saying 4 touches, but Austin's gonna keep going. Free ball coming in. Salt Lake has been giving free balls all night. Kat Bell, a little too strong, taking the error on that one. And Salt Lake just 2 points away from taking this set. Manami Kojima serves into this net. And here comes back in the subs. Carly Lloyd goes out. Rio Riley comes back in along with Madison Skinner. Kat Bell back on the bench.
Austin was hoping for a little more production from the double sub. Again, that closer, they're about even as when they came in.
Triple block coming over, Casanova. Jarvis comes in.
Good idea. I like that.
Logan Eggleston and taking that air just a little bit too wide. That's gonna put Salt Lake at set point. And Austin, not at the red zone yet. Deep float by Gray, right to Jarvis. Back to Eggleston. All power, getting the kill off of Gray.
Coach Sullivan wanted to see his team compete, so they're down 5 here. Can they just stay in it and build on this, try to get some rhythm going into set 3?
9 kills for Eggleston. She misses the serve. That's gonna put the set in Salt Lake's hands. Logan Eggleston leads the league in aces, but that one was just a little too deep. You can see Austin trying to reset in the huddle before they even switch sides for set 3.
Yeah, and so much for them is how they're gonna respond. You know, can they come back and get a little bit closer to set 1? We're seeing some errors there. This is typical of what we've seen, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond.
So quick response from Salt Lake. Austin was dominant in the first set, but Salt Lake just so scrappy. Seems like they can't let anything hit the ground.
Yeah, they really stabilized in the passing lane, and they're able to spread their offense more. They're getting Haiti a little bit of balls in system. They're getting their middles going, and when they're passing well, their offense is so spread, it's tough to stop. And Maddie Bix did a great job there.
What camera?
Let's welcome in Salt Lake outside Alexa Gray. Alexa, your team is being so scrappy defensively with digs and coverage. How is your team making that happen?
I think it's just effort. The first set, we came out a little bit slow, and they're a big blocking team, so we know they're going to get good touches, and we just needed to reset and get back to our home base better and dig some more balls.
Yeah, Alexa, you're so fun to watch. Great job so far. What are you hoping your team really dials up in the next set here?
I think we need to keep our service pressure up, and then just our block defense and transition. getting better touches, and yeah, scoring some more points.
Amazing. Well, best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks.
Thank you.
Alexa Gray has 7 kills so far here in their rematch against Austin, and we are not having any sweep here so far, folks. It's 1-1 here in Austin for USA Sports Game of the Week. Well, just 2 weeks ago, Salt Lake swept Austin, and not the case so far. Each team has taken a set here in Austin, Texas. We're headed to the third, and first, give us a moment of confidence. Here are the moments of confidence presented by Skin. Alexa Gray, the outside for Salt Lake, making an impact.
She really is. Adding her to this team is like adding an amazing running back or a #1 wide receiver. And when she takes up space, the defense has to pay so much attention to her that it opens up everyone else in the offense. And she got it done in set 2, not only from the net, but also at the service line. She passed well, that stabilized everything, and just bringing that poise to this Salt Lake team.
And Gray also gave credit to the defense. She said that we've really been focusing on making a lot more digs, and it's been working. Salt Lake has 36 digs so far, while Austin has 27. They've definitely given Austin a lot of free balls, but they have stayed scrappy. They're covering. Like you said, Courtney, they're trying to stop Asjia O'Neal from blocking. Kojima right there, the Japan national libero. Always a smile on her face, even if Skylar Fields is almost falling on top of her.
That's right. So much joy, bringing so much joy to the game, to the fans.
Start of the third set, here we go, Eggleston. Back to Casanova, and it's gonna start out with a block from Skinner. First point in the third set, going to Austin.
Great read by Skinner. That set's coming a little bit wide, a little bit off the net. And Maddie does a great job of just getting there and going straight over.
Out to Gray, tipping into the block to recycle it. Rio Riley finding Eggleston for the pick. Kojima keeping this one alive. That's a pumped up Kojima right there.
Salt Lake fired up, and that's what Alexa Gray brings. That's so much range. She just has such a great vision for the court, and Kojima, of course, doing her thing, earning her team opportunities.
So Gray going into the net.
One of the differences for Salt Lake in this match and the other times they've played is the setter, of course, Jordyn Poulter, best setter in the Tokyo Olympics, led the USA team to their first gold medal ever, is out, had a little inflammation in the knee. And Maddie Buggs is in for her, and she's done a great job stabilizing this offense, stepping in and keeping it going. And it's like having, you know, the backup quarterback in. Things are a little different, the rhythm's a little different, and I imagine Salt Lake will just continue to get better as she's out there more.
Big kill from Asjia O'Neal going in the middle through Dixon's hands.
Got to feed the slide queen, even in front of the setter. Asjia O'Neal doing a great job staying off the net.
Madison Skinner up to serve. Watch out for her back row attacks as well. Casanova gonna take this one with two hands, sending it over to Austin. Tight ball. Casanova keeps it off her side. What an up from Kojima, not only high in the air, but back to target. Slide queen coming in. Kojima, do not hit at her. She's gonna dig you up. Casanova rolling over. Back row attack from Skinner. Does it land in? And it does. Big kill from Madison Skinner.
So one of the things Salt Lake knew they had to stop was Madison Skinner from the back row, something that's been really effective for Austin. And one of the reasons, you know, we talked about transition efficiency for Salt Lake, and they're good off of a dig, and a large reason of that is the location of setter Jordyn Poulter. She's also one of the more physical setters, so she can locate with speed and accuracy in all of these tough situations. And we're seeing Maddie Bug making some great sets at times, and other times her hitters are having to work pretty hard. Which of course is a normal part of the game, happens to every setter.
Bug going out again to Claire Hoffman. Now Casanova off the hands.
Unlucky, unlucky.
You hear these athletes, you know, they're saying, hey, that was unlucky, let's move on to the next one. We had an error earlier, they're saying, hey, great swing, and you can hear the productive talk that they're having in between plays, and great teams are always talking about the next play. They're not debriefing what just happened. It's, hey, let's shift our mindset, make a game plan, how to win this next point.
What a pass from Logan Eggleston. Huge topspin swing from Casanova. But Salt Lake just not able to give Maddie Bug a solid pass. She was all in the net.
Maddie Banks, the hitter for Austin, really bailed Bria O'Reilly out. We talked about these set location, and it's one of the cool parts of being a setter hitter. There's all this nuance, and you're not always perfect, but often your teammate can help you out.
You could just hear the contact made, how hard these athletes hit the ball.
Yeah, and of course, there's a kill at the end of that, but you can hear them saying, hey, great touch on that block. We were able to slow it down, get a free ball. So all of these little touches, little plays matter, even though it's really fun to see the kill at the end of it.
That's a great point you made, that not every blocker is there to actually block the ball, but just to simply disrupt the offense in front of them.
Yeah, if you're able to touch it, it goes off your hands and just slows it down a little. Oftentimes you're able to get a high quality swing out of that.
Of course everyone wants the actual stuff, but
yeah,
disrupting the offense is the whole point, which Asjia O'Neal is one of the best at. Dunked over. Maddie Bug been really confident in her own offense tonight, but Eggleston flying in, bringing down the hammer.
Woohoo! All smiles, great read by Maddie Banks, and then Logan Eggleston absolutely going up and over. Again, when it's lined up for her, she is so tough to stop.
Outside of Gray. Really high ball. It's chasing down from Banks. Not able to keep that one up, though.
I like when there's two positions on opposing sides of the court. One does something really well. You often see, I can do that too. It's dangerous out there, though. Look at these Austin guys running off the floor. Whatever it takes.
Just a little too wide. Free point for Austin.
Tori Dixon having a quiet night so far. I know Salt Lake's going to want to see her getting more sets offensively, maybe some runs at the service line.
Serena Gray flying in. Bria O'Reilly somehow keeping that ball, not just off the net, but placed perfectly in Madison Skinner's hands. All in one hand.
She's got a great feel for the game, and look at that, one-handed. That is so hard. If anyone has a volleyball at home, go try that in the backyard. The control you have with one hand.
So free ball just sent over. Not sure why that decision was made, because Bella Bergmark's gonna come right in and get a kill on you.
And Austin absolutely rolling right now. Again, this looks like set one. Everything they're doing is working, and this is where Salt Lake might be missing their QB1 setter, Jordyn Poulter. Not only does she locate well, but she's a leader of this team. She has a ton of poise, takes up a lot of space, and she leads this team really well.
So Tama Miyashiro is going to challenge this ball with a touch.
Salt Lake is challenging block touch.
Let's take a look right here. Doesn't look like it, Courtney. What do you think?
I don't think that's one. But giving Salt Lake a little bit of a minute to regroup. Can they reset?
So Skinner did not touch the ball. Tama is going to lose that challenge. She has one left. Look at Jordyn Poulter and just clearly see on her face, her body language, how bad you know she wants to be on that court.
Yeah, such a tough competitor. Talked to us this morning. It's killing her not to be out there with her team, but hopefully this is a break and she'll get to make a good run in the back half of the season. Again, led the USA to their first ever gold medal. One of the greatest leaders, setter in USA history.
Maddie Bug out to Gray. Great defense from Austin. Eggleston tipping over, and Casanova.
You can hear how many conversations are happening during the play. That's what great teams do.
You gotta love the mic'd up players. Mid-rally doesn't get better than that. Still in set three here. Austin holding on to the lead here at home. Love outside. Logan Eggleston leading the gym in kills with 11, and she's the only outside to have double-digit kills for Austin.
She's doing a great job in sets 1 and 3. She's been consistent and not making as many errors down the stretch, and in set 2, that's what got him in trouble. And she's doing a great job seeing the court tonight, mixing up, using hands high off the block.
Eggleston has been served 16 times so far here tonight. And in practice today, she was served almost the entire time. She knows it happens during matches. Casanova rolling over. Tight ball. Banks able to beat out Casanova, but can't beat out Kojima. That's going to be an error, though. We're just a little too wide, trying to find that line shot.
Salt Lake unable to close on that, but it is hard to articulate the difficulty in that tip from Manami Kojima coming from left back all the way to right front.
Big snap from Serena Gray. Tight ball coming in, recycled. Bella Bernmark making her name known when she comes back in, showing that connection she has with Rhea O'Reilly.
I love the fire that Bernmark's playing with. That's a big time transition. You can see she doesn't even have time to get off the net. She just turns and takes a step close, which is those last 2 steps in an approach. That is what really great middles do. And she's showing up tonight.
8-1 run for Austin right now. Make that 9-1. Gray was nowhere near touching that ball. Logan Eggleston showing you why she leads Love in aces.
Great serve in the corner. Again, she's serving space and, of course, going at Alexa Gray right now. No wonder she's leading the league.
Gray handling this one. Salt Lake done such a good job at defending their hitters all night. You can see how important coverage is to eventually get your own kill.
Yeah, that set a little tight on that first ball, but Salt Lake able to keep it alive, and Alexa Gray comes in to save them there. And Salt Lake's gonna need to find a way to pressure Austin right now. They're on fire offensively, so that starts with a really tough serve. And can they get some sort of stop or slow down on the block?
Perfect back from that pass from Eggleston, and that's gonna be a error, miscommunication for Austin, giving the free point to Salt Lake.
Yeah, this miscommunication between the middle and the libero, you're always gonna want the libero to take that ball, known for their ball control a little bit more.
Maddie Banks finding Salt Lake center, Maddie Bug, trying to get her out of system, or someone else to take that ball.
And Salt Lake just not serving tough enough right now. Austin is in system, they're passing well, and they're just getting anything they want offensively. And Salt Lake is struggling finding their rhythm.
Bailey Miller back in, the outside play to Arizona State. Casanova rolling and defending her own coverage. Logan Eggleston flying in. Not hitting the net. Just putting on the cape and landing right at the front from the back row.
That cape's flying high. That's what makes Austin so tough. They've got 4 hitters coming at you right now. They're playing free. Rhea O'Reilly mixing it up. Really tough to defend.
Casanova finding that split. Eggleston stepping in as the setter. Back row attack coming in. Gray just a little too early on her approach.
Justin, perfect. Go! Yeah, go.
I need more of these mic'd up players in the match. I love hearing how much they talk to each other, and then there's celebration after.
So good, so much direction during the play. And then kind of that release. Bailey Miller, rookie here for League One Volleyball. 6'3" outside, doing a great job, coming in as a serving sub.
Asjia O'Neal a little late to close that ball. But getting redemption, finding her own.
It is really deflating as an offense when you're just out of rhythm. Hitters are kind of hitting on their way down, as you can see for Salt Lake. And just everything Austin is doing is working.
I need some numbers. We'll get this side out. You want to serve?
Thanks.
Okay.
Not Logan's 93% side out.
Yeah.
It's got to be thanks.
And we didn't try her yet, though. This is not right. We served her already.
Sorry, refresher.
We've already served her.
You're right.
Please talk about defense, please.
100%, but 0%, so 1
Yeah.
attempt.
Yeah.
But both of them avoid her.
Both of what?
Banks and I avoid everything.
Okay. You got something?
No.
Okay.
Go up and right. Then we go
Hey, the only thing we can do is take it point by point and get on the attack. Okay, let's go. One at a time.
Here we go. Come on. It's touch back.
Claire Hoffman saying, hey, we got to punch back. We're getting hit in the jaw a little bit. Keep the gloves up. And Thomas saying, hey, we're on our heels. Let's keep the attack. You heard her early talking about who to serve if they side out.
Bria Riley finding out to Maddie Banks. High ball, rolling into the block.
You heard Tama Mishiro saying, hey, we got to get on the attack. They're down by 10 right now, so whether or not they win this set, they're really trying to find their rhythm and get a little bit of momentum and confidence, hopefully going into set 4.
How great for Logan Eggleston was it that Thomas said, stop serving Logan Eggleston. That has to be one of the first time the coaches have to say that. Logan has done such a good job at responding to that pressure that she's getting every single match, to the point to where a head coach is saying, don't serve her anymore. She's handling everything. She's passing 78% right now.
Absolutely. And you're seeing them kind of shift that game plan. Hey, let's attack Maddie in that specific rotation where the numbers are saying, well, it ain't working. Going to Logan.
Kept alive by Casanova. Salt Lake done such a great job of covering each other the entire night. This time, though, it's Banks off the head. Go! Tip, tip!
You can hear these guys. You hear Claire Hoffman yelling, go, go, go. Actually, it was just one go. A big go. And that means, hey, I want it fast in transition. And when you hear your hitters as a setter, everybody in trans is calling something different. It's a little bit like an audible. It helps you kind of find their rhythm.
Top spin, Casanova finding Eggleston. Not too bad of a pass still. But Skinner's gonna fly this one out. Did she get the high hands? And Eric Sullivan doesn't even take a second to step in and challenge that one.
Austin is challenging block touch.
First reaction, I thought the ball was nowhere near the block.
Yeah, I thought that was out for sure. Whoa! We stand corrected.
Well, we're in the right job, Courtney.
Got the pinky.
Well, that's how fast she hits. It truly looked like it was nowhere near the block. Madison Skinner knows better than us. Bria Riley finding Eggleston, and Eggleston's gonna find Alexa Gray. Gray trying to get that ball up, but another point for Eggleston.
Yeah, they're cooking right now. Salt Lake again trying to find that rhythm.
D-ball coming in from Casanova. Was there a touch? Austin says no. Point for Austin. Austin absolutely dominating Salt Lake. 1 point away from set point here in the third. Back row attack coming in from Gray. A much needed point right now. And realistically, Salt Lake probably can't come back this third set, but how important is that momentum to get it now for the next set?
Yeah, it's huge. And you can just see kind of the deflation in Salt Lake. When you're out of rhythm, you know, with the set's a little high, the hitters are under it, and you start to try a little harder, it gets farther from kind of that rhythm you want. it's a tough place to play. So they're just trying to find it again. Whatever they can to get a little bit of momentum.
Back-to-back kills for Gray.
Gray's working so hard for Maddie Bug right now. It's not easy as a backup setter. You don't get the reps with the #1 team all the time. So these little nuances and feel of transition plays, you just don't have as many.
So overpass, putting the ball in Salt Lake's hands.
Asjia. We're here, go for it. Yeah. All good.
So Austin not able to keep the ball alive, but you gotta love Rio O'Reilly saying, we're here, go for it. Austin calling the timeout. Let's see what their head coach, Eric Sullivan, has to say.
Again, I can feel it right now. It's just, we're just hanging on. They're gonna give us a couple. Fuck that. This point right now is the most important point of the match. Get down back in and start carrying the momentum the next game. Okay? Let's go here.
Hey, in transition, we're going to run quick in the middle and big. Lots of middle of the court. On big, hit the area 1. Keep hitting the area 1, okay?
Asjia against Alexa on the big. We're taking 1-6 if you can.
I was telling her that I went the other way, but I'm...
You gotta put him in the air! Hey, one more here! Let's go! Come on! Go! Austin! Right here!
Julian Foxette closing out the huddle. It's live TV, folks. Coaches are pumped up over here. Sorry about that one. Love hearing the mic'd up players during the match, though. So much energy. Austin feeling alive right now.
Yeah, and Eric Sullivan trying to get his team to say, hey, we don't care what the score is. We need to engage and compete every single play to bring our best. That's what great teams do. Love that fire.
Eggleston going right down the line. It's going to be called out. But what a turn of shoulders that was. And when you have this kind of lead, you have the room to try out different shots. So Salt Lake still holding Austin off from set point here in the third. Slide coming in from Asjia O'Neal, and the Queen gets another one.
And who to give it better in that moment than Asjia O'Neal? Slide Queen, again, the competitive leader of this team, getting it done.
Austin at set point. The fans are on their feet. Just 2 weeks ago, Austin was swept by Salt Lake, and they are making a dominant statement here at home in the third set. Deep float for O'Neal. Outside of Gray, tipping deep. She scores on Skinner. Salt Lake trying to extend this third set as much as possible to find that momentum. The Grays are up at the net by each other. Serena Gray in the middle, Alexa Gray on the outside. Their setter Bug on the right. Tipped over, a little help from the net. So anyway, over passes, and she stepped in for that libero spot for Jarvis.
That's right, she started most of the season. Sullivan making that change, likely out of a defense. Both of them are getting served very often.
Eggleston snapping down, she gets it. Eggleston putting the nail in the coffin here in the third set. It's only one more to go for Austin. Dominant fashion for Love Austin, beating Salt Lake 9 points in the third set. They're gonna try and make it 4. Salt Lake trying to hold off and take this thing to 5 here on USA Sports.
for us, it kind of sucks because there's been so many close matches that we've lost, and you look at it and it's like these are like a few point swings here and there that could have changed the trajectory of the game and just not being able to close it out. So I think it's encouraging that we know if we play even 10-15% better, we're going to win a lot of those matches. It sucks to hear that, but I think it gives us a lot of confidence knowing that if we just keep pushing forward and sticking to what we do, playing our version of volleyball, that we are going to continue to win and then hopefully move up and then be able to go to the finals.
Great look at Asjia O'Neal. 8 kills so far, many sets, especially from the slide, showing great footwork and effort on her end.
Yeah, and Salt Lake making a change, putting setter Jordyn Poulter in, who's out resting that injured knee. And we'll see if that's the change that Salt Lake needs, if they can find a little bit more rhythm offensively and somehow find a way to slow Austin down. But as Asjia O'Neal said, they haven't been able to close out games, and it's a pro-level mindset to be great, to bring engagement, to compete every single play and not just wait till the end. And that's what Austin is working towards.
And before the set started, you saw Poulter taking her team in the huddle. Would have loved to have heard that huddle right there, but you already see the impact she's making.
That's right, you can see her. She's one, I said it before, but she takes up a lot of space for her team and is just a leader energetically, vocally, technically. She's a great setter. We'll see if she can get them going here. And we'll see how Austin can come out and, again, sustain that high performance. Can they bring their best and do what they do every single play? 1 point at a time. It's what great teams do. And they haven't been able to sustain that so far this year.
Casanova stepping in. So it's going to be a free ball for Austin. What is Brie O'Reilly going to do? Kojima keeps the ball alive for Salt Lake. Another free ball sent over. Eggleston. Poulter, who does she go to? The back row. Jordyn Poulter looks convinced that there was a touch on this ball, and Tom has no choice but to listen and get that challenge card.
Salt Lake is challenging block touch.
Wow, what a great swing by outside hitter Claire Hoffman. Alex Dunphy, assistant coach for Salt Lake, said this morning, Claire's done a great job of increasing her range in this flat shot. She almost hits this knuckleball at the hands of the blockers. Big time swing. One thing you'll notice from Salt Lake with Jordyn Poulter, and she's been out kind of nursing that knee. She's not quite moving as fast as normal. So her team's gonna have to step in on these balls that are a little bit farther. You'll see a little bit more of that, a little more bump setting. That's typically a ball she would take with her hands. So it just slows down the offense a little bit, which is doable. Coach Manami Kojima thinks that's worth the risk.
Yeah, you saw her even lift that left leg when she passed at all. She yelled at Casanova to get that second ball when Poulter wasn't too far away. So that's a good point, Courtney. Casanova getting that huge ace on that topspin serve.
That's freeway speed. We're 57 miles an hour out here in Austin.
And she loves the toll road out here in Cedar Park. Thompson again. Right in the net this time. Austin taking a breath of relief. That's not a serve run they want to get stuck in the middle of.
Another change. Salt Lake made Sophie Fisher in for Tori Dixon. Not a ton of production or sets for Tori. So Sophie Fisher, one of the better blockers for Salt Lake.
Slide for Fisher coming in off the hands of Banks, making an impact immediately stepping on the court.
So Sophie Fisher, 6'5", played at Georgia under Tom Black, coached us on the national team a long time ago, and just a great competitor, gets her job done. was a rookie last year and has made incredible strides here in season 2. Happy for her.
Fisher was on the national championship team at Kentucky, along with Madison Skinner, before transferring to Texas. So Jordyn Poulter trying to get up quickly, but Austin trying to take advantage where Salt Lake's hurting right now.
That's right, Asjia O'Neal doing her thing defensively. Such a great read. She's so patient, she's so quick. It's a nice combo as a blocker.
Wow. So great tipping into Asjia O'Neal's hands, but O'Neal wasn't pressing, rolling down right in front of her.
So much teamwork. That was an amazing serve, and Claire Hoffman worked very hard to give her team a chance, and then Jordyn on this tough ball threw it up for Alexa. It was a little tight. Just a lot of team working hard for each other right there.
Deep float, Sophie Fisher puts her hand up immediately. My bad on that one, guys. Ball was really far out. Skylar Fields telling her she's good as she comes back on the bench. Serena Gray just snapping her entire body. No way any purple jersey was getting that ball up.
Impressive. What makes this special, look how Serena Gray sees this pass and somehow gets a great approach off the net in the perfect spot, far from Jordyn Poulter, setter. Credit to Serena for seeing that pass and making the adjustment.
Eggleston tipping over. Casanova helping out Poulter defensively, though. So you can see Eggleston was trying to go for that ball to tip over in front of Poulter. Austin's gonna try and pick on her right now while she's in.
Yeah, that's smart. Not quite, again, moving as fast as normal. It's gonna be a key for Salt Lake to get these passes somewhere where she can get 2 hands on it.
Huge ace for Austin. Asjia O'Neal racking them up. This team leads Love in aces so far on the season. Serena Gray doesn't know how that happened, but hey, I'll take it.
And that's one of the things that differentiates Jordyn Poulter. It's a medium pass, and she can fire it into that quick. And just the reps and the rhythm and the trust that the hitters have with her. That's what happens when you play full season setting these guys.
Gray. Float drops a little bit after the net. Slide coming in from Bergmark, but Serena Gray is going to tool that one way out to the Austin bench.
Great side out by Austin. That sets off the net. Bria Riley, such a great setter, so physical in her own right, and finds Bergmark. Bergmark doing a great job for Austin right now. Molly McCage out.
Big snap on the outside from Claire Hoffman.
We talk about rhythm offensively. It's not just where the ball is, but if the speed is right to the hitter, they are able to contact at the highest point of their jump. That's a good sign that they're in rhythm, their approach is right, and the setter's setting the right tempo.
So you see right there again where the second time the Love outside has tipped over the block in front of Jordyn Poulter. This time Skinner getting the point on that attack.
Yeah, they're going to attack that. It'll be interesting to see if Salt Lake rotates or moves Jordyn Poulter up a little bit, changes their defensive scheme at all.
And Jordyn Poulter doesn't do much to put it right in the spot Sophie Fisher wants that ball.
Big time play there by Claire Hoffman. That's a tough, fast serve. And then Sophie Fisher sees that it's fast and somehow finds a way to be open. Salt Lake being scrappy right now.
Casanova not even gonna move, just demand that ball to be called in. She has one of the toughest serves out there.
That's right, Haiti Casanova, 33, just ripping it from the back line. She's an emotional player too, so when she starts getting momentum, she gets tougher and tougher to stop.
Outside of Skinner. That ball called out. So Casanova is going to continue that service run, and they have the lead here. Salt Lake finally leading over Austin here in the fourth set. League One Volleyball is presented by Skims, the official loungewear, intimates, and sleepwear partner of Love. Jordyn Poulter stepping in here in the fourth set, been out for a while, but Tama and her team desperately need to set her to run things, and that's just what she's doing.
Yeah, she's doing a great job just keeping her team in rhythm so far, and just Jordyn exudes so much confidence in every room she walks into, the court when she's out there, and you can tell her teammates are impacted by that, just infusing them with, hey, we're gonna compete, we're gonna get after it. And one of the toughest athletes I've ever been around. That's something a lot of her teammates and coaches have said as well. And you're seeing it right now. This is the Salt Lake that we've seen in the first half of the season. And right now, Austin is trying to keep their competitiveness, keep their focus one play at a time. But they're losing some momentum right now.
Skinner ending that service run by Casanova. Not a server you want to give the ball long to.
Again, the other differentiator for Salt Lake, Sophie Fisher, number 7, doing a great job stepping in for Tori Dixon. A little bit more of an offensive weapon. So I would not be surprised to see Jordyn go to her on a good pass here.
It's the ball in the net by Bailey Miller. Salt Lake going to continue with this lead.
And this is a good rotation for Salt Lake. You've got Alexa Gray now in the front row. See if they can capitalize and get some kills in transition, which is what's made them really good so far this year.
So Austin able to keep that ball alive with the coverage. Poulter out to Gray, trying to find that line shot. And Austin trying to act like there's no way that ball was in. And it's correct. That's going to be Austin's point.
They wanted that one.
So all Austin players just high-fived and went immediately to base as if there was no way they weren't getting that point. Madison Skinner up to serve. Watch out for her back row attacks. She can hit from anywhere on the floor. So Gray way off the net, into the blocker's hands. Poulter out again to Gray. Kojima steps in. Poulter or Gray again.
Get out the serve. We got some pancakes here on a Wednesday night. Amazing effort, and that's what Austin needs to do. Stay in it one play at a time, continue to compete. And Salt Lake's gonna need to pass well. We can see Jordyn Poulter not moving as quick as she normally does.
Poulter D-ball, Casanova missed that footing, had to set that ball over. Outside of Gray, it's gonna be a line shot, straight down, called in, a big point for Salt Lake.
Great rhythm by Poulter and Alexa Gray on the outside. Jordyn talked about this morning, she's so enjoying playing with Alexa Gray. They're two best friends off the court. They played together in Italy, and she said they just have this rapport on and off the court, and it's made her season 2 in Salt Lake very special.
Perfect dip by Casanova. Gray on O'Neal, and that ball's gonna be called Salt Lake. Serena Gray immediately said, yes, that was the right call.
It looked like Asjia may have hit it twice there in a row. Can't do that in volleyball.
Overpass coming in. Tight ball. Poulter getting the help she needs from her teammates. Can't run too far or too fast. You can hear Austin center Bria O'Reilly screaming louder than anyone anytime her players get a kill.
It is fun to set a big in trans and get a kill.
Tight ball, O'Neal all over it. The Poulter beating her out at the net on this one. Triple block coming in. O'Neal on the ground in coverage. And finally, Eggleston dropping that pinky, rolling that ball right down the line.
Eggleston showing some range on that play. Haiti Casanova, great offensively, hasn't played a ton of defense tonight at a high level, and you're seeing Austin expose that right now.
So out of system for Austin. Logan Eggleston doesn't look worried with her facial expressions. Jordyn Poulter now in the back row.
And this is where Salt Lake has taken off. They're gonna wanna keep the gas on these guys, keep making them make plays.
Asjia O'Neal, no yellow jersey anywhere touching that ball from her in the corner.
Just up and over. Such a physical athlete. A good offense beats a good defense.
Deep float. That's gonna be an ace. Love Austin bench is loving the service tonight.
And this is where the teammates around Jordyn are gonna have to respond a little bit better. In this rotation, Haiti comes all the way from the other corner, so that's a lot of running already. Not quite ready for that ball.
Kojima saves the day, or does she? Casanova trying to help her, doing everything she can. And even though it was not a great pass, Kojima still goes to the center and says, my bad.
Yeah, great hustle by her. She's just trying to get that thing back in the court, a play she wildly normally makes with great hustle.
Asjia O'Neal. Outside to Gray, tipping into O'Reilly's hands. Does that ball land in? Does it land out? Both teams. Serena Gray, pretty confident that ball was not on their side. All right, it's gonna be a challenge.
Austin thinking that might have hit Gray on the way out, I think.
It's referee challenge for the last touch.
So yes, looking to see if the ball hit the attacker after the block. And all 6 players on both sides immediately were convinced it was their ball. Bria O'Reilly taking this moment to reset her team with Eric
over,
Sullivan.
don't get reachy. Be finished early, let her hit its overs.
Sullivan telling his team on the block, don't keep reaching, just get over.
So touch on Salt Lake, it's gonna be Austin's point. Jordyn Poulter going directly to the up-breath along with Gray. Gray is not happy about this call. And this is a huge momentum point Austin just one set away from winning the whole thing. If Salt Lake loses this set, they're going home. Gray and Poulter are not happy with this call. This puts Austin at 1 point closer to that red zone mark. And here's what the call is over. The up ref called the ball on Gray as the ball was coming down.
It does look like you got her.
It does.
Skylar Fields in for Heidi Casanova on the opposite.
Serena Gray beating out the block in front of her. Skylar Fields up against her former teammate, and Asjia O'Neal sends Fields off the court.
Austin making a run. This is a big time momentum play for Salt Lake. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jordyn set Alexa on this one if it's a good pass.
Gray, deep hit, trying to find that corner. It's Eggleston rolling to the line. Poulter's out on this one. Fields, just a little too strong, trying to get those high hands.
That's tough. You're in the end of the fourth set. You haven't taken one swing and you get an out-of-system ball in a big-time pressure moment. That's a tough error, tough miss.
Salt Lake calls timeout.
Team, we're gonna get another good pass, run the route hard, hit some edge. Okay, when it comes back over, we gotta work extra hard in trans. It's gonna come back over. Okay, give yourselves time, take your time out of system, we can put it tight. Everyone ready to cover. Let's go. Yeah.
One pass. Yes, one pass. Line off. You want us? Never mind.
These guys know what they need to do. They're just resetting their attention on the next play, the next task at hand. Can we continue to get one pass? Tama telling her team, hey, take an aggressive approach and be ready for this long rally. Salt Lake can come back here. They get a side out and a nice service run. They've got a chance to take this thing to 5, but they're gonna need to do it now.
Austin at that red zone 20-point mark. Salt Lake just at 16 points. Serena Gray tries to put them at 17, but hits the ball out. Austin just 4 points away from taking this whole match.
Now Serena Gray saying, hey, great set, uncharacteristic error. She kills 6 out of every 10 balls. I would not be surprised to see Jordyn repeat her, set Serena again.
Goes back to Casanova through the split of Bergmark and Eggleston. Big point for Salt Lake.
And Austin right now has got to keep the gas on. Can they get a first ball side out? So that first time they pass the first set, the first kill, can they capitalize and keep the momentum here?
Tight pass, Eggleston finding Jordyn Poulter's right arm. Getting the kill right down the line, picking on Salt Lake center.
And that's Austin at his best, getting those first ball side outs. Great physical set by Brie O'Reilly.
Back to Casanova, one-on-one situation. Skinner keeping this ball alive. Great up by Gray. Wow. Flying in Claire Hoffman. Salt Lake refusing to go home here in the fourth set.
That's right, and they've been so steady this year so far, and this is what they've done. They've just worn teams down, making good plays over time. Maddie Haynes, one of the best servers, for Salt Lake, in for Serena Gray. To see Tama Miyashiro, again, a little bit like a closer. Can they make something happen and get Salt Lake a few points here?
Salt Lake lost to Houston at home in 4 their last match, but before won 7 matches straight. Eggleston going to Poulter again, and it's gonna work. Jordyn Poulter not able to get on the ground in time. Point for Austin.
That swing by Eggleston just paints the line. Great job by her. Jordyn telling her team, hey, what to run on this serve.
Poulter taking this one with her platform. O'Reilly finding Bergmark. Kojima getting stuck on the ground, not able to take that first step forward. So it's match point for Austin. Salt Lake beat them dominantly just 2 weeks ago, and Austin hasn't forgot since. Back to Casanova, right through the split. Anyway, tight platform pass. Kojima, perfect dig.
Come on, right here, right here. Go. Whatever, good lineup.
So
Big
cool.
kill down the line from Claire Hoffman.
So cool hearing these guys. You can tell there's a big swing out of system, and their teammates are saying, hey, we're here, just go for it. That's what it's all about.
Kat Bell and the rest of the Austin bench look on as their team just needs one more point to take this match. Eric Sullivan helping wipe up the sweat. This is one of the most physical reactions he has given this year. He has been so intense this entire match. And now his team's facing one of the hardest servers in Casanova, but it goes right into the net. And that service error is gonna give Austin the win in 4 sets. Huge win for Austin, taking down Salt Lake in 4 sets. They were swept 2 weeks ago and came back with a vengeance. They worked on their serving. They worked on finding their dominant outsides and pins, and Logan Eggleston and Maddie Skinner, the number 2 and 3 scorer in the league.
Yeah, you can feel it from serving pass this morning. Coach Sullivan was focused. He wanted his team to compete. There was an edge to it, as we heard and saw.
We did all that. Almost. Yeah, almost.
And they're fired up. You can feel the release that they're having. They were working really hard to close out matches, and you saw it here tonight. It feels good when you set an intention and you get it done. That's how you improve. Sorry.
As we welcome in Asjia O'Neal. Asjia, congrats on a great night. 10 kills for you. What was the change you were trying to bring from the last time your team faced Salt Lake?
You know, I think our aggression has really wavered throughout the season, and you've seen that we'll have really dominant sets and really shaky sets. So we came into this match just wanting to be aggressive throughout the whole entire match, regardless of what the score was, how we were playing, and luckily we did that tonight.
Yeah, great job, Asjia. You could see the difference in how you guys responded, but when Salt Lake started to make a run, you guys were able to respond. In those moments, what did you change from earlier in the season?
Yeah, I think we just continue to have really positive talk and tell each other that we have so much confidence in our abilities and we can weather any single storm. So I think the self-talk and the body language is way better than it's been the rest of the season.
Yeah, you can see it. And what do you guys take from this match now, beating the #1 team in the league, taking it into the rest of the weekend?
You know, I think it's really good to end the week on a high note like this. We're gonna have a ton of confidence and then just continue to build on this. Like, our ceiling is so high and we're yet to reach it.
You're an amazing competitor, Asjia. We love watching you. Great job. Enjoy the win.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Asjia. Great play from that middle, the slide queen, as her head coach from Texas told her. Going to break. We'll be back soon to talk more about this huge win for Austin here on USA Sports. Austin hands it Salt Lake their third loss of the season. Salt Lake, though, still sitting top of the league right now. Austin jumped from 4th place to 3rd place. They are clawing their way as we get closer to playoffs. Courtney Thompson, what are your overall thoughts from the performance tonight?
Yeah, this is a huge win for Austin. They're not trying to wait till the end of the year. Again, only the 4 top teams move on to playoffs, and they don't want to wait to make a run like they did last year, and you could feel their edge tonight. It's going to be huge for them on the back half.
Next Wednesday, it's another League One volleyball game of the week. MVP candidate Jordyn Thompson and Love Houston are on the road to face Lauren Carlini and Love Madison. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. Eastern on USA Sports. Thank you so much for watching. Doesn't get better than this. What a matchup. Salt Lake getting their 3rd loss of the season from Austin after coming back from a huge loss to Salt Lake just 2 weeks ago. From the 2-time Olympic medalist Courtney Thompson, I'm Shelby Coppage, and our entire amazing crew listening to the players in game, the coaches and timeouts. It doesn't get better than USA Sports. You are watching Love Game of the Week on USA Network.